Only on Wink tonight, we're hearing from a Fort Myers woman with quite a story. She lived through one of the most infamous days in American history.
Monica Benning was one of the few nurses stationed on Pearl Harbor when the Japanese attacked in 1941. Nick Spinetto has her incredible story.
He was saved.
Monica Benning has a story to tell.
It was a terrible morning.
Back in 1941, Benning was working as an Army nurse at Hickman Field at Pearl Harbor when the Japanese attacked.
We could hear the bombs getting closer and closer. And I look up and the building is shaking and I'm praying. I just know we're going to be crushed to death.
Monica says it was the most terrifying moments in her life. She was one of the few nurses on duty when injured men were being brought to the hospital.
And I had never seen anybody in even an automobile accident, that the condition these people were in.
In the chaos, Monica was unable to find her love, Barney Benning, an Army lieutenant stationed at Pearl Harbor. She couldn't find him for days. Then,
Elevator door opened, and there was Barney, and he came toward me, and I told him. He said, "Monica," and I said, "Barney," and that was an embrace that lasted 68 years.
In her book, she mentions their love story was the inspiration for the 2001 film Pearl Harbor. But that's not Monica's only claim to fame. In 1942, she became the U.S. poster girl encouraging women to be an Army nurse. Today, she is the only living nurse alive that was at Pearl Harbor the day of the attack.
When I tell that story, I relive it.
She remembers the injured, the dead, and remembers after the dust settled, the flag still stood. Especially today, Veterans Day, as the Stars and Stripes still waves. It's a time she'll never forget.
It's still in their hearts. You cannot live today without recalling.
In Fort Myers, Nick Spinetto, Wink News, now.
She's amazing. I had the privilege of meeting her a few years ago. Her apartment is just a museum of American history, and I'm so glad she wrote that book because she has a story to tell like no other.
Oh, it's so important for generations now and beyond to remember what happened, and people like her keep it alive.
Absolutely.
Wow.